everyone. This is Attorney Linda Bernard. Welcome to Chop It Up with Attorney Linda Bernard. As you can see, I have some busy gentlemen with me today. We are live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and other top social media platforms. Like us, follow us, share with us, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the nation. Joining me today are several very distinguished gentlemen. First of all, a man that many of you may know. He's appeared on our program before. Curtis is here, and he is. And I'm going to introduce him properly in just 1 second. As you can see, we're having some technical difficulties on this end. So, Curtis, good to see you again.
Attorney Linda Bernard, I am pleased to be here, excited. I'm sorry, I was late.
That's okay, don't worry about it. We're here now, that's all that matters.
I was talking to the mayor candidate outside about politics.
Oh,
I got
Lord.
carried away, so I do apologize.
Mr. Steve Horn is also here with us. He's the gentleman right there, ladies and gentlemen, in the red shirt.
Hello, everyone.
He is a filmmaker and producer, and you're going to hear more about that in just a minute. And you're going to hear, most importantly, about this film and about this poster right behind me for a new movie called Nine Stacks, which I like that name, incidentally. Finally, with us is Mr. Beckett. Is that correct? Will
Bennett.
Bennett. Okay, I got you now. Will Bennett. He is an actor in this film, and I'm sure one of the major stars. He looks like a star to me. But anyway, thank you for joining us today. Gentlemen.
Yes.
Filmmaking is something that has been sort of, Detroit has been bereft of major filmmaking, other than the fact that Don Cheadle was here a few weeks ago doing his new movie. And I didn't know about it till after it was over with, unfortunately, because I would have gone down and tried to be an extra or something like that. I was actually an extra on Harlem Nights in L.A.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, with Eddie Murphy and Red Fox and so forth. He let me sit in his chair. They all have their chairs with their name on the back. It was kind of cool.
Great,
they only filmed at night. But on that, I just want to, as an aside, in 1 minute, we'll tell you. It was really interesting. Of course, Eddie Murphy had his own trailer, great big giant trailer, and it was only like maybe 50 feet actually from the set where they were filming that day from his trailer. And do you know they had a limo parked there, ladies and gentlemen, a white limo, stretch, wow. Big long stretch, like hold about 20 people limo that sat outside that trailer and just ran continuously, and it drove him from that trailer 100 feet to where the set on my mother and my father. I'm not making it up. It's the truth. So wow. I don't know if you have that, that kind of largesse yet.
Not yet.
But I know
yet.
it's coming. I'll look for your trailer, and I'll know that he's the man, because he will have the stretch limousine next to the trailer to take him 100 feet.
I'll walk. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I would have walked too. I mean, Betty was young and cool, but this was just him. His presence. Not even Red Fox, who was really old, could have used it maybe, or a scooter or something. He walked. Red Fox walked. Eddie Murphy rode.
That might have been a longevity in his career, though. He just, probably just used to that kind of stuff. But 100 feet, though, Red? Come on, man.
Yeah, right. I mean, it was right there. I mean, it was really interesting to me. But in any event, we're here to talk about you, Curtis. First of all, I guess you're the original filmmaker among this group. Is that correct?
No, Steve is the original filmmaker.
Oh, I thought because you had done this film on your own, The Route, or was that?
No, that's all Steve.
Oh, that's Steve too. Okay, then I understand.
That's all Steve. And I'm one of his producers, and let me give a little intro into Steve and what makes him so special. Steve and I met playing basketball, maybe, I don't know, early 2000s.
Are you trying to tell me you guys can hoop?
We can hoop.
Oh, yeah.
Contraire.
Let me tell you this, Linda. I evaluate a man's character by the way he plays basketball.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
No, I'm serious.
Well, it's a wrap for me, because...
because let me tell you what Steve did. Steve played defense. Steve passed the ball. Steve hustled. Steve also would play on any team. He didn't want to stack the team and always win. He liked competition. And he always played, he tried to score.
You got too many rules.
And he didn't cheat. So Steve came up to me and said, Kurt, he just told me I'm making a movie. I said, bet, Steve, I want to be a part of it. What can I do to help? And that was his first movie in 2006.
Yep.
I kind of came on at the very end, helped market it. And then I said, dude, I went on to produce another film in 2007, documentary on the city of Highland Park.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. The waterfront.
The waterfront. And then in 2010, he was working on the second motion picture. I said, dude, I'm in. I want to help. And I wanted to share in Steve's vision. And what makes Steve so special is he starts something and he finishes it.
Gotta finish it.
And on Behind the Shallow Mind, Steve had 50 volunteers. We didn't get paid, but we did it because we believed in Steve, his vision, and we wanted to learn from it and be a part of it. And so that's Steve Horn.
Well, that's nice. Yeah. Bravo, Steve Horn.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
On Behind the Shallow Mind, I saw a friend of mine's picture here, and I didn't know he could look this good without his glasses. Oh, and you know who he is? Of course, the editor is Sherman Eaton, the editor of Native Detroiter. I've appeared in it numerous times, but it looks like you had a tremendous cast.
Yeah, he was a big part of Behind the Shallow Mind, too. He came aboard. I used to run into him at his parties and stuff like that, and he came aboard. He helped out a lot. Like he got a venue, got some locations for me and everything.
Yeah, he has really good contacts and connections. There's no question about that.
Yes,
he's a great guy. And I got to see this movie. I can order these. We'll get to that probably before we end. So I can order the movie on Amazon.
You can.
So I will definitely do that. It comes as a disc, or what does it come?
You can get it as a disc, or you can stream it live.
Oh, you can stream it.
Yeah, you can stream it on Amazon Prime.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yep.
Oh, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're listening. You can just pick up your phone or your computer, and you can just stream it and watch it, and then not have to have a hard copy that you got to find later or anything like that.
Yeah, you can order it and I'll send it to you. Or, you know what I'm saying? It's an older movie. It was shot in two.
Gone with the Wind is an older one.
Well, yeah, to me it's old. It's 12 years old. We shot it in 2009.
In Detroit?
In Detroit, yep. It's all Detroit actors. We ran around the city and shot that movie. We used Michigan Chronicle let us use their facility as a location and stuff like that.
The old Michigan Chronicle.
The old Michigan
Chronicle. I passed that building last night. It's just sitting there doing nothing.
Wow.
I think I'm probably sure that Gilbert has probably bought it because it's just, not even mothballed. They're not. Yeah. It's just.
Oh, that'd be a nice movie studio.
It is a good movie studio, and the location is good, and it has a parking lot, which is helpful because you can put all your stuff there. But no, it's totally vacant. No one has touched it in years. You can tell. It's nothing there anymore. But in any event, the only person we haven't talked to yet is Mr. Will Bennett.
How are you?
Is that for Willie?
No, ma'am. It's William.
William.
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
Like the Kings of England.
Oh, no doubt.
I got you. Will Bennett, are you from Detroit?
Yes, ma'am. Born and raised.
Okay, and what's your connection with this film group and this film?
Well, I play a character by the name of Uncle Elbow. He's the uncle to the main character in the movie. Real comedic guy. It was a great time.
Uncle
Elbow.
Yep,
Elbow. Okay.
Nine Stacks, the movie. We're talking about Nine Stacks.
Okay, I know we're talking about Nine Stacks.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. Cause we want everybody to come. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. So you're Uncle Elbow.
Yes, ma'am.
I see. Okay, there you are.
Pink.
Yep, that's me. That's not pink. What we gonna call
with
it?
With the hat on up
yes,
there.
Yes, ma'am. We call it, that's fuchsia.
Fuchsia
salmon.
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 I should know that's the color of my
So who is Uncle Elbow? And are you an actor? Have you been acting before?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I started acting in 1997. I started in drama programs and everything. But Uncle Elbow, he's, you know what? This Uncle Elbow is the type of guy that I think anybody would wish they had the type of uncle that he was. He always had a way of making some money. He's funny, and when I got the call for the movie, I immediately signed on.
So have you been involved in acting from a theater standpoint, or just from a film standpoint?
Well, actually, I started in theater.
Okay.
That's my love, theater.
Where?
I got into the actual movie side in 2003.
Okay.
And
You're so young. I mean, you don't look. It's hard to be really your uncle. I mean,
Yeah.
I would. I mean, even in a movie, I would card you if you were coming into the casino or something. You get carded all the time. I'm
And
sure.
my friends, they be
you
up
can't buy
so
a cigarette.
upset.
You can't buy beer. You can't buy anything.
I go to the store to get some cigarettes for my mother. Now they don't card me, but before
They card you.
I made sure if I didn't have anything else, I had my ID.
Yeah, you need it because
casino,
nobody would think you're grown. They would just
everything.
think you were in high school or something.
Yeah, and especially like when I have a fresh cut, but I'm shooting now, so it's kind of crazy.
You gotta
but
have
yeah.
that sort of craggy look
Yeah.
to be an uncle.
Haven't had a haircut in a month, so
Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
it's
Well,
crazy.
it's hidden, so that's cool.
Yeah, but yeah.
Okay, so your uncle Elmo in Nine Stacks.
Elbow.
Elbow.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
And what does he do in the movie?
Actually, he moved from Detroit to Vegas to start something new.
That's what Las Vegas is right there.
Yeah, we were actually there.
Okay,
So
that's
yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks to Steve.
Yeah. We
know.
shot in 2 locations. We shot in Detroit and we shot in Las Vegas. So the story takes you from Detroit to Las Vegas and back to Detroit again. It just followed Nine Stacks. It follows the story of a young man named Randy, who he's trying to become an Uber driver, trying to save money up to buy a car. He gets a job, and then he runs at this business. They're doing some type of fraud, and he gets caught up in it. And he big bag of
You
money.
say gets caught up in it. What happened? I mean, okay, don't tell us the whole thing. He
I'm
gets
not.
caught up in the fraud.
He gets caught up in it. His bag of money lands on him and stuff. He don't know whether to take it back or keep it and run.
Oh
run
wow!
With it. Yeah.
Wow!
And also stars.
That's like, you know what that's called under the law?
What's that?
It's called a Hobson's choice.
Hobson.
It's called a HOBSON, Hobson's choice. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. People are gonna talk about you if you don't keep the money, and people are gonna try to get you if you do keep the money. It's a Hobson's choice.
Oh, that sounds like some money out of an armored truck on the freeway. You pick it up.
Right, same thing. It's the same thing. You said this guy just came to some, so he had a Hobson's choice. So that's what you've heard of.
Well, one thing about you, Linda, I learned on your show.
No, I'm wrong.
I never knew about a Hobson's
Yeah,
choice.
yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm gonna put that into my mental
no, for real.
vocabulary
When people
now.
present you with alternatives, you can't do either right, really.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's a Hobson's choice.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And it stars Maurice Mack. He's from
That's
California.
the brother with the.
Yep, this young man right here,
okay.
Maurice Mack.
Okay.
Tamara Jewell, she's from Ohio, Detroit. Keisha, and Jason Wimberly, and Red. She's a party promoter in Detroit, but she's very popular and she's a really great actress too.
Is she?
Yeah.
Well, we have lots of talent in our community.
Oh, yeah.
I tell everybody, Curtis, all the time, I can take you to church on Sunday in Detroit and I can show you 7 Whitney Houstons. It's just, I mean, I'm
Yep,
seriously,
yep,
the
yep.
talent is just that deep. I mean, they just don't get out there and get the break. They have the same, 8-octave range. I mean, same thing. There's so much talent in Detroit, and now you're talking about the talent that exists. Not I was talking about musically. You're talking about from an acting standpoint.
Yeah.
How do you know that a person is talented from an acting standpoint?
Well, what I do is I kind of like screen a lot of people, like first friends and family. You know what I'm saying? Because of because,
Finance.
Yeah, financial things, and then I reach out to like it's acting schools around Detroit, Actors Hall.
College for Creative Studies, for one.
See, and you go to colleges, go to drama classes, and go to the stage plays and stuff like that. It's a talent agent here, but they charge money. But the way I gauge an actor is I try to find like a monologue they have.
Yep.
Or some type of work that they've done, but that's how I kind of find my actors like that.
Well, they have tape. I'm calling it a tape. It's called something else.
Monologue.
Oh, when they have
demo reel.
Yeah, demo.
Uh-huh,
A demo, right? And
Yeah.
you can look at them on probably now on computer and when they're acting. You have a demo tape, right?
Yes, a demo reel. Yeah.
Oh, do you have a demo reel?
I don't have a demo reel, but what I have is on IMBD, I have producer credits.
Okay.
Yep.
Steve, you act? No, you just have your
I
producer.
took an acting class. I took an acting class for a year just to see what I wanted from the other side of the camera. You know what I'm saying? So I could kind of like, okay, there's certain words that you can tell an actor, and because you're not supposed to tell them how to spit the line out, but you can just tell them the emotion, and then they'll know how to adjust.
If they can act.
Yeah, if they can act. Like Will, he's tremendous. His range is incredible. You can give him one word, and he'll change it all the way up.
Give him one. Wait a minute. Before you do that, though, ladies and gentlemen, you're listening. You're listening. Wait a minute. You're listening to Chop It Up with attorney Linda Bernard. We're live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and other top social media platforms. You can like us, follow us, share our information, comment, or subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ, Cool TV, the coolest station in the nation. So, back to, not the word you were thinking, another word. I want to see this in action. What we're doing right now is Steve Horn, filmmaker extraordinaire right here, as you can see, who did this movie, Behind the Shallow Mind, did a movie called The Route, who, as you can see, is a very intense brother, has just said that when you're an actor can take a word and then just, act it out emotionally, I assume, in every other way. So, all right. Since no, not a monologue. No, he doesn't need a monologue. So, Mr. Will Bennett here, Uncle Elbow in the film 9 Stacks is going to take a word and show us what acting is.
Okay.
Well, I'll give you a word, but I'll let you give the word.
Well, he needs a line.
Okay, well, give him a line.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you got a
give
line,
me a line.
I don't have a line.
You don't have anything? Okay.
Give him one.
So let's just okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Steve.
Huh?
Let's do this way. The word is Linda Bernard is a good attorney.
Okay. That's your line. All right?
That's not a fair line.
That's a tough one.
All right. So, here we go. So, we are shooting a commercial. All right? We're shooting a commercial, and the credits come on. Attorney of law, Linda Bernard. We're very happy what she did. All right?
Okay.
And all you got to say is the line. Very happy, and action.
Linda Bernard, I got into a tough situation. I didn't know what I was going to do until a friend told me, call Linda Bernard. She'll get you through.
Wow! Bravo! You were very convincing.
Thank you.
And you never didn't know anything about what you're talking about because you don't know the person and didn't have any personal experience. That's amazing.
Thank you.
You are a really good actor. I agree.
I appreciate it. Thank
I agree, and I'm a really good attorney too. I won 3. It's the truth. I won 3 cases in the Michigan Supreme Court.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Among a lot of other stuff too. But this gentleman here is very distinguished too, ladies and gentlemen. When I was reading his bio, he has a master's degree from the University of Michigan, and he made the point of putting out Ann Arbor. He has a bachelor's degree from the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, and even more importantly, he went to high school in Italy. He graduated from which high school? I just saw high school in Italy, in Milan. Was it Milan?
No, Notre Dame International High School in Rome, Italy.
In Rome, Italy.
Wow.
So,
Boarding school.
so do you speak Italiano?
Sì, io parlo un pochino italiano, ma è difficile perché io ho dimenticato tutto il mio italiano.
How do you go to high school in Italy and be from the D?
That's
amazing,
so
man.
Linda will do a sidebar as a producer. It's part of, I guess, my story with the film. But I went to high school in Italy because my dad took a job in Saudi Arabia in 1980. And back then, that's 40 years ago, the kingdom didn't allow Americans to have a high school. So I had to go to boarding school.
Good. I believe in
and
boarding school.
When I finished 9th grade, I had to go to boarding school. And Rome is halfway between Detroit and Saudi Arabia. And the high school is an American Catholic all-boys high school that was run by the Brothers of Holy Cross, who also run Notre Dame, Indiana.
Oh, Notre Dame College, University.
The University of Notre
Yeah.
Dame.
Oh, wow.
So, same order.
Okay.
So that's how I ended up in boarding school.
That
in
was
Rome,
wonderful.
Italy.
And you learned Italian. So now we know we have a new skill. He can be the new Don. He looks
Oh, yeah.
kind of like a Don anyway, in
yeah.
a like Godfather kind of movie. You just have to get real serious. He can't smile as much
didn't know
because
that.
the Godfather
Definitely.
does not smile.
At all.
At all.
At all.
Put that in another
You
movie.
can't judge a book by its cover.
No, you can keep your hair curly. We can keep it straight. We can be either way. You're Italian, and you can go back and forth with the other person that speaks Italian in the film, which is great. So now we know something we didn't know.
Yeah,
Right.
I know that.
That's that's an interesting fact right there.
Yeah,
That's,
him and my one of my favorite people in the whole world, unfortunately, is Kobe Bryant. When he accepted his Academy Award, he went up. He didn't speak English. He spoke. I was watching it. I was so happy. He spoke in Italian for about 3 minutes, and then he switched to English.
Wow.
Because he was born, his dad was playing ball, I guess, in
In
Italy.
fact, I think his dad was playing pro ball in Italy when I was in high school, from '83 to '86.
Yeah,
I believe.
his dad was playing ball, so he accepted his Academy Award in Italian and then switched
Amazing.
to
I'm
English.
gonna look that
He
up.
was a bad brother. That's all I
that's
can
my
say.
guy. Yeah.
But you got to be really smart to do that, and you're smart. You and Kobe both are really, really smart. So that's wonderful. And he's an urban planner as well. But more importantly than that, his passion is acting and producing and working with Steve on these projects that they've been working on. So you want to talk about a little bit about? I love the name Nine Stacks. Who came up with that, incidentally?
It was this party promoter named Boyce and my cousin Aaron. We were all out in Las Vegas, and I had already finished the script, and I let a couple actors read it, and the main actor, she didn't like the name that I came up with. I'm like, what's wrong with it? So, but you know, I'm gonna take constructive criticism. So I'm like, okay, well, let me see what's up. So I changed I have 5 names. I spelled out like Mutter. This called Mutter. Some other name, and I said 9 Stacks. And we were going to lunch or dinner, and they kept saying 9 Stacks all the way down to the.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm like,
That's
okay,
the sweet
that's the
spot.
name. Yeah,
That's
that's
the
the name
sweet
of the
spot.
that's the name of the movie.
So what were you thinking of when you said 9 Stacks?
Because of the situation, you try to grab something out of the film to, kind of like go along with the title, and that's the way I came up with that. Lost my train of thought, but yeah, so I had the film already done.
You had written it. You
Yeah,
the screenplay,
the
but you were
script.
still sort of playing with the name.
Yeah.
trying to fit. That's a perfect name.
Yeah.
That would be a
It's
perfect
catchy.
name for anything.
Yes, right.
Yes, I like the cash sign for the stacks.
Oh yeah.
And it's just it could be a club called 9 Stacks. I like the whole thing. I mean, I just like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so how long did it take you to do this film? How long did it take you to write it?
To write it, it took me 4 months to write it. I went on vacation.
Where'd you go?
I went to Vegas again. I love Vegas. I went
Are
out
you
there.
good?
Huh?
Can you make us some money when you go?
I don't gamble
What's your
like
game?
that. Dice.
You're a serious guy.
Detroit in the house.
Wow, you a serious guy.
Yeah.
Fast. You
Yep.
make it or break it real fast.
Real
Exactly.
quick.
Yep. So I went out there in like November of 2019, and I came back, and I immediately started writing. I had the idea on my phone because I write on all my ideas on my notepad. I went out there, and did some research. And I came back with all information. I started writing. I finished it March 22nd. And as soon as I finished in 2020, as soon as I finished, I called her. She didn't answer the phone. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna call her again.
What role is she? Is she a girlfriend?
No, she's a singer. Her name is Tamara Jewel. She just dropped a music video yesterday. And she's a singer. She's a singer from Detroit.
Okay, but I mean, in the film, she plays.
Oh.
She's pretty.
Oh, she
But I
plays this.
can't tell. She has a pen in her hand. I think. Oh, no, phone in her
Phone
hand.
it, yeah. She plays this character named August.
Oh, and that character is a.
Yeah,
is
she's
she
like a
work in
girlfriend.
casino or no?
No, she's just a girlfriend of one of the
Okay.
characters.
Okay.
Yep,
All right.
yep.
Okay. So she plays a girlfriend in the movie.
Mhm,
Okay.
yep.
But she looks like she's smart. So
Oh,
she's
yeah.
more than a girlfriend, I think.
Yeah.
I can tell by the way she's handling business.
Oh yeah.
She takes care of business.
Oh yeah.
I can tell by her
that
whole attitude.
she does. That she does.
I can tell by the shot that you have of her. Okay, so the movie takes place. The person goes from Detroit to Vegas, and then that's when the whole plot develops. Is what you're saying.
Yep.
Do the people ever come back to Detroit in the movie?
Well,
No.
you gotta see.
Okay,
You
I gotta
gotta
see.
You gotta
I
see.
agree. Don't tell me
Come
too
to our
much.
screening.
You gotta come to the screen
Yep.
August the 2nd at 6:30 at the Imagine Theater Rollout.
What in is it now? Let's say that again.
It's August the 2nd.
That's right. I have the flyer.
Um,
That is a Monday night.
Monday night. Doors open at 6:30. Movie starts at 7:30. You can get the tickets from Kurt or me or.
So which
Tony.
Imagine Theater? We have to know what we're talking about.
Rollout. 200 Main Street.
200 Main Street.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna keep telling everybody that.
Yes.
And the premiere is $25.
25 in
Are-
advance. Yes.
Okay, and do you have in advance? And you pay for it? I think it says Steve Horn. What is that?
Cash App.
Cash App.
Yep. Steve Horn one.
STEVHORN.
One.
The number one.
Yep. Cash
I
App.
use the number one. I use LDB one.
Yeah.
So yeah. So okay. So we got it now. So this is Cash App, ladies and gentlemen. And if you come to the movie, can you pay there as well?
We'll have tickets at the door. It'll be 35 at the door though.
Okay, it's 35 at the door.
Yeah, she'll try to catch us before you
So-
get to the door.
So everybody
Preferably parking lot.
within earshot of this show, in the world, should plan and should Cash App Steve Horn $25 for this premiere on Monday, August the 2nd at Imagine Theater, 200 Main Street, in Royal Oak. It's a nice theater. You can buy drinks there. You can buy food, plus the usual stuff, like popcorn and everything like that. So, that's the premiere.
Yep. You can see the trailer on YouTube. Just Google 9 Stacks the trailer.
Oh wow!
Yep.
Did you shot the trailer too? I'm sure.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So, and it's about 2-hour movie with the credits and everything.
Yeah. It's
About that.
140.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Alrighty. Well, I want everybody to come out and see this movie and support our brothers and our sister in this film debut. But let me just say this, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a frivolous sort of home video kind of movie. This is a real film, and I say that because both Curtis and Steve have gotten all kinds of awards for their movies. Steve, for his movie The Route, was won the best urban feature film in New York at the International Film and Video Festival. I have attended these festivals. These are major events. We don't have one in Detroit, but I've been to the one in Los Angeles, been to the one in New York, and it's major. And major actors go and see these films. You spend the whole day really at the movie. You go from film to film. And it's to win in New York City the best urban feature film at the festival is significant. This is beyond anything I've seen anybody else in Detroit do. Quite frankly, I mean, I'm very, very impressed by what you did. And then the Behind the Shallow Mind film won as well. It won at the San Francisco Black Film Festival. These are significant awards where there's national competition, sometimes even international competition, because they include African films and all that stuff, and films from around the world. It is not a joke. So you are a serious guy. So I want everybody to understand that Steve Horn and Curtis Smith are serious brothers. This is not me with my cell phone making what I think is a film. This is the real deal, Holyfield.
Yes.
Well, Linda, let me add too that Steve Not Sleep Films. It's Will Bennett, it's Steve Horn, it's Kurt, but there are some other folks who just aren't in the studio that make this come to happen, to fruition.
Yeah.
And Steve, I don't know all of the folks because we all work in our silos the way it works.
Yep.
Like Steve has folks in Vegas. I didn't get a chance to make it to Vegas, but I was on the phone with Steve when he was shooting.
Yeah.
And we have other folks in Detroit. And so we're kind of like a collective. And we just believe in Steve No Sleep Films. And Steve, who are some other folks?
Okay, so you got Cornelius E. Gross. He's a producer on the film, actually, and he helped cast Will Bennett. We have Ian.
Yeah.
You want to say something about Corn?
Yeah, I just have to say thank you to Cornelius. When people say your name, you need friends that speak your name in rooms that you've never been in, and that was the whole situation for me. I never met Steve prior to me doing the film.
Wow.
It was strictly from Cornelius, and to this day, I'm so grateful. I thank God for the friends that he puts in my life. Not just because the things that they do for me, it's just like the things that they pour into me, And I just have to say that I'm thankful for Cornelius because it was my first time going to Vegas, and when I tell you, when I went to Vegas, Steve showed me so much respect, so much understanding. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Well, see, I want to hear the rest of these people, but I can already tell, Steve, that you're a person, you lead from the center. You don't lead, like, do that, that kind of stuff. I always tell people the same thing. I don't lead from the top. The pyramid, I'm at the bottom of the pyramid. My job is to make you look good. My job is to bring out the best in you. My job is to make sure you achieve your goals. It is not, for my own personal self-aggrandizement, if you will, to ride from the trailer to the thing.
Linda, you just described a producer.
Yeah.
You are a producer.
Yeah, I like doing. Yeah, if you really are committed. And so Cornelius brought you to Steve.
Well, yeah.
That's what you said. Yeah.
But I just wanted to say thank you, Steve. Man, you put me in a situation where I can tell like my grandkids, like, yo, I shot in the middle of the Mojave Desert. Yeah. I didn't even know. I'm a kid from Detroit, and to get a call to come to Vegas and be in the desert. My first time being in the desert. One thing Steve didn't see is that I picked up some dirt and put it in my pocket.
I'm going to tell you about that in just 1 second about that.
He didn't see that. But again, thank you, Steve, for the experience. I appreciate you.
Hey, man. We got to work together. We got to do this. Yes.
We applaud you, Steve.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
Steve-O.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Chop It Up with attorney Linda Bernard. We're live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and other top social media platforms. Like us, follow us, share with us, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ, the coolest station in the nation and the world. But anyway, back to it. We are going through the list of people that were involved in this film.
So Steve has a better handle on that.
Yeah, so we had Cornelius Gross, Ian Kennard. He's multitasker, but I'm gonna put him on line producer. He made this everything, the sets happen. Set up everything and make sure that the actors was there and stuff like that. Then we have Derek Jones. He was the cinematographer on it. Actually, Tamara Jewell, she did continuity. She made sure everybody did the same thing and said the same thing and made sure that what they were doing lined up with the script. Let's see, we got Estia Scott. She's the script supervisor. She's very good. Like she'll read your script. Like if you ever want somebody to tear your script apart and make sure it makes sense,
what she did to you?
That's what she will do.
She took you to task, huh?
Oh yeah.
Put you over her knee.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Bam,
Oh yeah.
bam.
Like
this doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep. That's what she does.
out.
Yep. That's what she does. She's
her.
a movie buff, so that's why I trust her so much with my scripts. And she will tell you like that doesn't make any sense at all, or she'll say, "Oh, that was great," or she'll clap, or she'll be like, because I sent her a few. I sent her a few scripts, and she's like, you know what I mean. So, but when she read 9 Stacks, she was like, "You got to do this film. You have to do this film." It's something different. You learn something from it because filmmaking. You have to teach people. You have to show people. You have to learn something from the film. You can't just get up there and just spit out lines. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna learn something. You have to.
Right.
So
should have a message.
It should.
It resonates.
Yep.
With
maybe
you.
2 or 3 of them. Yep.
Right.
Well,
I agree.
Yeah. So yeah. So she does that, and let's see who else we have. Ian Sherman. He's a producer. He helps promote it. Like he's really on this.
Sherman Eden.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He's really.
What does he do? He's a producer as well.
Yeah, he's a co-producer.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, co-producer.
Yeah, he's a very smart guy.
Yes.
And what was interesting about him, ladies and gentlemen, is that Sherman Eden, of course, the publisher of Native Detroiter magazine for maybe 30 years now, almost. Sherman Eden was your teacher at Henry Ford High School. I read.
Yeah.
And that's the Trojans, right?
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Right. It's the school, and so you worked with you knew Sherman as a student.
Yeah, 9th grade.
And I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
What was the how did that? What did he teach you?
Well,
I mean,
I wasn't in his class. He was, in the school. I wasn't in his class,
So
but I knew,
Mr. Eden.
Yeah, I knew him. Yeah.
But he loves cameras and he loves writing and in publishing. And I did not know until I saw your flyer that he also liked acting.
Yeah.
So he's in your reservoir of talent.
Oh yeah.
For you.
I asked him to be in this one, but he said he had a book to publish at the time. So he was like, our schedules didn't match. So,
And he's an amazing guy, very productive brother.
Yep,
I mean, really significant guy. So everybody on your team is from Detroit?
No, got people in Vegas.
Oh, well,
Along
you have
the
some
Valley.
people in Vegas.
yeah.
Okay.
Erin is out in Vegas. She's Red Entertainment. She's out of Phoenix. And she does parties.
She's in the desert too.
Yeah,
So she's in the
yep, in the
desert,
middle
right.
of the desert. Yep. And, we got a few people out there.
Just be glad you weren't out there when they have one of their dust storms. I've been there.
Oh man.
And you have to, in your car, which you think is airtight, it's not.
It's not.
The wind blows the sand. It gets all over your dashboard, in your hair,
So that
glasses,
little fine
teeth,
stuff.
It's like
all
rain.
through.
Worse than rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even when it's just dry. I mean, you said you took the dirt. I'll never take the dirt. I swear. No, that dirt out there just gets everywhere, all over you. It comes through. You roll up your windows and all that. You have to turn off the air conditioner because the air conditioner brings air in. And then you suffer. And then all you have is sand and everything that you own, and then you gotta go clean out the whole thing.
That's crazy.
Wow.
You know,
I'd much rather have snow.
I wanted to add a couple things about Steve Not Sleep Films, because Steve,
That's
and
right,
I have
3
to say,
films.
Steve is brilliant, and he's a phenomenal filmmaker. But he's also one of the most humble guys I ever met.
I know. I
and
noticed
does
that.
not toot his own horn.
At
And
all.
I want to say this, and part of the reason why I'm attracted to Steve No Sleep Films is because of Steve's character. So in this movie, Behind the Shallow Mind, Steve wants to put actors first, and if you notice, on the cover of the film is everybody's face.
Right.
And so Steve says, "Look, I can't pay you a lot of money. These movies are self-financed. These movies are self-financed. Means we kind of have our own pocketbooks, and we kind of we pay as we shoot." So what he does say is, "Look, I can't pay you a lot of money to be in my movie, but what I can do is, if you want to be an actor, you can, I'll get your skills that you have now. You can use Steve No Sleep Films as a platform to bigger and better things." And so if an actor goes into a audition, they can take the DVD and say, "I was in the movie,"
Yep.
and there it is.
Right.
Yeah, it's like their business
Gives them
card.
some street cred.
It becomes their business card.
Yep.
And so, Steve, I'm gonna let you say it. And we were talking. No, I heard you talking to somebody a couple of days ago. And what Steve says is that he knows. The one thing Steve knows is that he doesn't know everything.
Oh no.
And he brings people around him. And go ahead
Yeah.
and kind of articulate
Yeah. So
that.
what the way you kind of operate, the way I kind of operate, is like I have a skill that I can use that everybody can't probably don't know how to do it, but my motto is get people around you that's smarter than you.
Always.
You hire people that's smarter than you,
Always.
so they can handle the things that you are that you don't that you're
That's what
not
I
good
say.
at. You know what I'm saying? So
We're
I have
all the
those.
same place.
Yep, I have that pool of people. Those guys, Cornelius, Kurt Smith. Kurt is amazing. Kurt is
I know.
phenomenal at marketing, reaching out to people. Like I'm like
He ain't scared.
no,
He ain't scared.
He promote the movie even when I was down, like trying to save money to do this movie non-stacks. He's still promoting this movie, passing it out to people, and people emailing me, and I'm like, man, what's going on? He's like, Kurt is out here pushing this movie. He still push it today. I'm like, Kurt is 12 years old, man. Still Behind the Shallow
Doesn't
Mind
matter.
is still great.
Like I said,
You
Gone
know?
with the Wind is 50 or
Yep.
60 years
Yep.
old.
Yep.
I don't care. It's still good film.
Yeah.
Good acting is good acting.
Yeah.
I never get tired of seeing The Godfather. We talked about that.
Mhm.
Never. I
Mhm.
never. It just doesn't get old for me.
Yeah.
It just doesn't.
Mhm.
Because of everything that it tells you and teaches you. And that's what you do.
Yeah.
Through film, you teach people.
Yep.
Are there any things that you think should be taught, especially to our community or to America? Or even the world right now? What do you want to teach people, if anything, in your films?
Well, I just want to bring to light like different, flip over those stones that has been touched. I haven't touched on any political stuff because I'm just like a nonfiction type guy. You know what I'm saying? So I just just different
Okay.
things like just different words. Different. I'm trying to bring in different cultures. You know what I'm saying in film. To teach our community different cultures and stuff. Like
Okay. How did you come up with the name? The name of your company is Not Sleep,
no sleep.
film.
No sleep.
No sleep film.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay,
No
s-
sleep film.
so-
Where'd that come from?
So I was working with this music group called Live TMG, and I was doing all of the background shooting and videos and EPKs, electronic press kits for like music to send out to like studios like Sony and stuff like that. And one of the producers there would call me anytime, like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and I pick up the phone. They was like, Steve, would you sleep? I'll be resting, but he say, Steve not sleep. So he came up with the name.
Oh, because
So,
you're never
I
right.
never,
That's true.
I'll always go to the
Right.
studio and figure out what they need and all that kind of stuff.
I
so
like
I just stuck with it.
So
what I'm
that's
saying?
how it
Steve, no
happened.
sleep.
because people from all different time zones call you any time of day or night, and so you never get a chance to really sleep. It just wakes you up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, that is really something.
And that's my hour though too, because like from 11 to 7 everybody is asleep, so I can get most of my work done, like editing or ideas in between that time. Now between 7 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon everybody's calling, so it breaks your train of thought. You know what I'm saying? You might lose a good idea for a movie or a song or commercial or something in those hours. So I really don't touch anything artistically. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just living life. But at night, I'm up.
Are you gonna enter this film in various film competitions?
I'm gonna try Montreal, but that's in Canada, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But see if we get over there, we have to stay over there. We have to quarantine.
Parlez-vous français?
Yep.
Je parle français parce que quand j'étais petit.
See, I told you, you got a multi-talented brother right here.
Alors, est difficile.
French.
J'oublie tout mon français aussi.
In Catholic school, they teach you that stuff. That's the benefit. That's why I was so mad in Detroit that they closed the schools. How could a Kroger worker be an essential worker, but a teacher not be? Who thinks of this? Who comes up with this? I mean,
Opening
but that's what they teach.
prisons, closing schools. I don't.
But
don't
Kroger,
get
a
it.
Kroger worker is an essential worker.
Yeah.
The police officer is essential. We got that part. Firefighter, everybody, and so are teachers. Duh. But
Exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, back to the point. You were telling me about how you feel about in terms of working from 11 to 7 and from 11 at night to 7 in the morning when the rest of the world sleeps. That's how you got to no sleep film because your mind is always working. So you're gonna try to enter this film in various competitions.
Montreal.
9 stacks.
Go back to San Francisco.
Yep.
I know there's the Buffalo. That's also timing because they all have
It's all
different submission
timing.
dates.
Yep.
And I think we got
Especially
about a year.
now, COVID has screwed up the whole thing.
Steve, how long do we have when the film is made to
Oh
still be
yeah,
considered new?
it's a year, 1 year. Yeah.
So we'll go and look at national festival. And we hope we get in, but we'll submit.
Have you ever done the one that people talk, that Sundance thing?
Yeah.
I've been up to Utah up there where they do that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna submit to Sundance, the American Black Film Festival down in I think Tennessee.
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah, I usually try to go for the Black Film Festivals.
Okay. Yeah, because
it's a black film.
Yeah, because it's very hard. It's very price competitive in other genres. What do you think about your colleagues in the business right now? The guys who do a lot of TV producing and like the guy who does Empire and there's so many black filmmakers and Packer, Will Packer, and what do you think about? But they're doing a lot of TV. They're not. I guess they do some films.
Yeah, so TV is ongoing check for them.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so
it's all
that-
about the Benjamins, baby.
Yeah,
Don't get
so-
it twisted.
So if you can get a series right, if you can get a series going like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, that's forever.
But you can
work.
do that now with BET, with Tyler Perry stuff, but he does his own stuff.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think he allows anybody to do anything.
No,
except
no,
him. But I understand that. But but what do you think about
Well,
that?
they paving the way for like filmmakers like me, like trying to break into the industry and stuff like that. So more and more people are in tune with people like me because of them, because they got so many series out here now, different shows and web series, back to back movies, and it's just it's just wide open right now, and that's what and these guys they kind of like set the bar for the writing too, like it's just like suspenseful stuff. I like it. You know what I'm saying? I like what
Yeah,
they're doing right now.
I do too. It's very entertaining, like the Empire and all that kind of stuff, you know. But you're right. But acting, I assume you'll eventually, if you're not already a member of the Screen Actors Guild, so acting is a very competitive business now. It didn't used to be as competitive, but now it's really open. I think for African Americans, has that been your perception as well?
Well, you know, when I first started doing films, and I'll say here in Michigan, it wasn't a lot, you know. But as the years have gone on,
You kill me with this years thing, but go ahead.
well, as the years has gone on, it's becoming more accepted, if you could say that. A lot more people will sit and watch an indie movie now. Back then, I couldn't get no one to watch my first movie, but now it's a big pool now, I would say.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Chop It Up with Attorney Linda Bernard. We're live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and other top social media platforms. Like us, follow us, share with everyone about us, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world.
Okay. You know, Linda, I just want to add about Will, talented actor.
I can tell.
Brings positive energy to the set, but he also brings it everywhere he goes. But Will is also a Detroit ambassador.
Yeah.
How so?
Well, I'm the brand ambassador for the Detroit Filmmaker Awards, and basically what it is, we're just giving the outlet to filmmakers like Steve to showcase their
Detroit Filmmakers Awards.
Yeah.
And when is that going to be? Is it going to be an event or no?
Yeah, well, actually, we had our first award show the year before COVID.
Right.
So within the year of COVID, we kind of shut everything down because we wanted everybody to, you know.
I've done a lot of entertainment work. As a matter of fact, I served on the board of directors for the Black Entertainment and Sports Lawyers Association of America for 13 years. Did a lot of stuff with I'm a contracts expert and all that kind of stuff. So I helped co-found here DAMIA, which you may be aware of, which is the Detroit Association of Musicians and Entertainers and Artists, and it's amazing. I mean, it's a great association, and they do an award ceremony as well. So we need to do we need to talk and try to get it together. Not yet, I'll get it before you leave, but on the real side, because I think the Filmmakers Awards, I think there could be some good synergy there.
Yeah.
But since you have founded this situation of this organization, Will, how responsive has the state been to helping not just filmmakers, but African American filmmakers in particular?
Well, you know, to be honest with you, it's still an ongoing fight. You know, a lot of people, well, the state, since they took their tax incentive and everything
which was terrible,
from Michigan, a lot of things either stood still or went down. But
totally.
right now, we're in talks with the state and the city on bringing some of that back.
I headed the Detroit Film Office briefly when Kwame was mayor, so I'm familiar with you know all the permits, all the things that you have to do, of course, to make films in Detroit. But I'm just very disappointed. But I don't want you to lose the focus as you're talking with the state and the city. And I think one of the state reps or something was trying to bring back the tax credit situation, because now, as you may know, I know you know, Steve, the number one place of the entertainment capital of the world now has shifted to Atlanta. Because of the film, it's no longer in California and Hollywood. It's so expensive to make things there. They've just sort of priced themselves out of the market. So they've gone to the South where they can get cheaper labor, no contract, no union, all that kind of stuff to get it done. And but here, anything I can do personally to help, I know a few of them, to help the focus in terms of what you're doing. Let me know. Because I do want. We were denied the opportunity to participate in films for so many years. It's when Jesse Jackson says the reason you have ABC, NBC, and CBS networks is because ABC, CBS, and NBC network were radio stations when they developed television. How were they? You know how they developed. But anyway, when they developed television, so they just went to Paley, whatever his name. He was the owner of CBS, and these guys who already owned radio. And they became the owners of television. We were prohibited from owning radio. So we were never given the opportunity from the get-go. Television started in like the 30s, I think, as I recall. But we were never given the opportunity to participate because of the color of our skin.
Yeah.
So therefore, to me, I mean, there has to be something special to incentivize what you're doing. And the history of television and radio will tell you that you're entitled to it, that you're deserving of it. I mean, just like they say, well, we got to have more women and all this. Yeah, you're right. Okay, women were couldn't do it either. But the good part about women could always marry somebody that was doing it, and they get it when they die. So it still belongs to the woman in the end. But but we really have to keep in mind, sort of, if you will, the historical legacy with respect to films, and not to mention how they treated us in films initially.
Oh yeah. Sure.
And so forth. The blackface and the whiteface and all that kind of crap.
Yeah.
But so keep the pressure on. Don't get it twisted. It's not just about the tax incentives, to me, anyway, for people to come in. It should be a greater incentive if, in fact, they come in and do African American films, because we couldn't do it initially, and we're prohibited from ever becoming a CBS, ABC, NBC.
Yeah, and Detroit is such a beautiful city, and I don't think a lot of people really realize that. When I walk down, Jefferson, Congress, and just the buildings.
Architecture.
Yeah, it's. I just always ask myself, why not? Why not invest in something that we already have? It's less that you have to build. We already have the scenery here. It's remarkable. So
You're right, and we have the water. That's the point.
Yes.
That's the one thing you can't replace. That's
all.
why I don't like Vegas. Never get me to live there. Never get me to live there. I said, I can go down to if there's a natural catastrophe of some kind. I can go down to the Detroit River and drink the water. The water's clean enough to drink. But in the desert, without water, you die. Only thing lives in the desert is a cactus and a snake. Think about it. If that dam fails, you SOL.
Yeah.
It's just that simple on the real side. But we have water here, and we have 4 seasons, which also kills bugs and all that kind of stuff. Things grow here. Especially now with all this rain, it's terrible.
Oh
my God, you have to cut the grass every other day. Almost. But okay, so 9 stacks.
Yep.
So how should we dress for this premiere?
You can dress casual, or you can dress
on
up.
wait a minute, let me start. August 2nd. At 6:30 p.m. At the Imagine Theater at 200 Main Street in Royal Oak.
Yep.
Okay, so this is a movie premiere, ladies and gentlemen, and we need to show out and show up at it, and support Steve Horn and No Sleep Films, and of course our actors are here. Derek is here, and of course Curtis is here, and we need to support this.
Will Bennett.
Will, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I apologize. Will Bennett, I apologize, Will. WB, I got you now. So we need to support this on August the 2nd, Monday evening. There's not a lot going on a Monday night. The clubs are usually closed. So, brothers and sisters, and that's of all races, come out. And if you love film, and if you love good acting, and you want to see some local Detroit talent, do that thing. This is where to be on August the 2nd, Monday evening. Hopefully it won't be raining, but it doesn't matter. I can assure you, I'm the only one in this room that'll melt in the rain, and that's because sugar melts in the rain.
Okay.
So if sugar doesn't melt in the rain, if you don't melt in the rain, you can still make it to our community. So you want to say something else about the film before we end up, and tell us something that would incentivize people to show up and show out?
Well, just check it out. Check out the movie on 9 Stacks, the movie on Facebook and Instagram.
Are you filming your premiere? Or gonna have a camera there?
Yeah, I have a camera there.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
So if you want to be filmed as part of the premiere, I've done these before. You walk through and you shake hands. There's a big banner. Banners will be there. You take your pictures. You can put it on your Instagram or your Facebook or whatever you have, and you can say that you were there before this brother wins his first Academy Award, because he's going to do it. I already know. He has the discipline. He has the intellect. He has the team. He has actors that are absolutely fabulous. and he represents the D.
You know
So
it.
we cannot get crazy here. We got to be serious about supporting our own if we expect other people to support us. So I really appreciate you being here today, gentlemen. And
Appreciate you for having
any
me.
parting words real quick, like 30 seconds? Will.
Just make sure you see 9 Stacks August 2nd. See you there.
Steve.
Easy fraud, major hiccup on the run. 9 Stacks.
Curtis.
And Kurt wants to say, Linda Bernard, thank you for having us on the show. This is the first stop we made. It's significant. We appreciate what you do for your community, and we hope to do well, and we want to make you proud for having us on your show.
Oh, I am proud. Now, don't forget here, you got to write in, go to Cash App, Steve Horn, #1. Cash App, Steve Horn, HORN, only one N, the #1. HORN 1. Steve.